If you're looking to create high quality photo content for brands, then you are in the right place, because today I'm gonna show you how I plan and shoot an adventurous photo shoot for DB Journey backpack company. I'm gonna share with you what kind of gear I will be using. We talk about lighting and composition, and in the end of this video I'm also editing all those photos so you can see the process. So let's go. For photo shoots like this one, where I need to create a lot of content, I oftentimes create myself a little mood board so I never run out of ideas for posing and creative angles. For this I'm using Pinterest or just screenshot some ideas from Instagram on my phone. As we're gonna be shooting some adventurous and playful photos today, I'm gonna be using two wide angles, a 14mm lens and also a 20mm lens. And for camera body, I'm using Sony a7R4, and in addition we're gonna be using flash at some point. Today we will be shooting in two locations, and first one will be this jungly environment, and I love it so much. The sun is perfect from there. Let's test it out.
When I shoot in a new location, the first thing I always do is try out different angles to see what works the best. For me, I find it easiest to shoot against the light. It creates a nice separation between my subject and the background. But you've got to be gentle with this, because overexposing your background can make it nearly impossible to edit the photo later on. If you have someone to hold a reflector, definitely use it to help balance out the harsh light. So test things out and see what works the best for you. When you're just starting out, it's super important to shoot as much as you can. Every photo you take adds to your web of knowledge, and later when you're shooting for brands or clients, you'll already have a strong sense of how the photo will turn out before you even press the shutter. That means a faster workflow, more confidence, and a way higher success rate.
As we're losing sun in a couple of minutes, I'm gonna try this one last shot with slow shutter. So let's see how this works here. And maybe even go with side more so I see the product as well. Stay there. Done. We are now at our new location, and we have this beautiful rocky and grassy hill here, and hopefully we can get some fun shots using our 14mm lens here. I had some inspiration shots saved on my Pinterest that are really good for this particular environment. I'm gonna take these as inspiration and see what we can come up with. As our first location, we will be using this hillside here. I like the grass, I like the rocks, and I like how the sun is coming from here, so we can get this nice separation from our model and the background. Yes, very good. Let's do more. And if you're with the back, can you look towards this direction? So I see your face a bit more.
Okay.
Let's go. Can you squat down? Okay, search something from the back. Can you look here? Okay, nice, I love it. Okay, so you can walk towards me and maybe make a little jump around here.
Like jump high?
Yeah, like a straight jump. Oh, that looks good. Can you look towards this direction?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'll check.
For these photos, I had my settings at shutter 1 250, aperture f8 and ISO 100. I use different flash powers depending on the shot. I honestly find it so fun to use flash during the daytime. This kind of look is definitely trending right now. Since I started using this technique, it has really opened up more creative possibilities for the kind of photos I can make.
Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with the result. The ones we did with the flash look so much like the ones we had on our mood board, so this is a big win. But let's see how it is to edit them. So next step will be our editing process and how we are gonna make these photos look even better. So let's go. We are now at the final stage of this project, so it's time to edit our photos. From our shoot, I've picked 2 photos that we are going to edit together. This is one thing that gets me so excited. I always want to start editing my photos as quickly as possible to see the final result. So let's dive in and see what we can create out of these photos. As our first photo, I picked this one we took with 85mm. So first off, I'm starting out with choosing the right preset. So I'm gonna open up preset panel on Lightroom, and right away I think I'm gonna go with my true presets. So I'm gonna choose the right one from here. I'm just gonna quickly go over these and pick the one that I feel like could be easily adjustable with this photo. So I think I'm gonna go with True 41. I love how the colors work here, and also the background, the palm trees look really nice. Next up, I'm gonna open this edit panel, and first things I'm always changing are exposure and white balance, so we're gonna do that. And we can see how this photo came instantly alive and looks already almost perfect. So I'm just gonna dim it like this, maybe a little bit less, and try to see if we need to change temperature, but I think it's already pretty good. So we don't have too much to do here, but let's see if we can make any small tweaks to make it even better. Maybe let's try and see if we can change the skin color a bit more natural. So I'm just gonna bring up the oranges here from Color Mixer, and it looks already pretty good. So I'm gonna do some masking here, and I tried to change the forehead a bit darker so it goes a bit better with overall skin tones. So just slide a bit, looks pretty good. And maybe mask this area and bring the exposure up so it's as bright as the other side. And this side, I'm gonna bring the exposure down so it just blends in nicely. So I think here I don't have too much to do. So I'm gonna bring this photo to Photoshop and see if we can do some final tweaking there. So I'm gonna export it and open in Photoshop. I brought this to Photoshop, and one thing I see right away is that tree over here, and maybe for the composition it would be better if I removed it. So I'm just gonna quickly select this tree here and generate the fill, remove this. I don't need to add prompt, as I think it will understand that I wanted to remove it. So let's wait a bit. And as always, it creates me 3 different variations from this corner, so I can choose the one that looks the best. Maybe I'm gonna go with this one. And I'm just gonna merge these layers, so if I edit anything, these will both be on the same layer. I think on this photo, I'm just gonna use a bit of this dodge tool, and exposure 17 sounds pretty good. And just click on our model, and I can see how it makes this glow a bit, and it looks so much nicer. And maybe some burn tool to make some areas a bit darker, like from here. Maybe this hand, it's quite light, it's quite bright here. And this area here. Maybe I'm gonna tweak this skin tone a bit from here and here once again. So I'm using this color with eyedropper, and with brush I'm gonna paint slightly over the areas that are a bit colorless. Yes, maybe a bit more reddish tone would be nice. So this one from here. Yes, I think it's pretty good. I think the opacity was slightly too strong, so I'm gonna go over this again. Okay, it's nice. But for now, I think it's pretty good.
logos are nice and sharp. I can add a bit sharpening if I want to. But overall, I think we're good. It's a good portrait detail shot and I love it so much. So let's go on to the next photo. Our next shot is so much fun. It's from our second photo shoot and I really love how this one turned out. It's really fun and expressive and it just really gives the vibe that we saved on our Pinterest board, and it looks so much like our mood board and I'm really happy with the result. So let's edit this one and see how easy or hard it would be to edit the one we took with Flash. And again, I think I will be using my true presets because they look so natural and nice. And let me just go quickly through these ones. I like this one. The greens are a bit too bright, but of course we can change that. But I think I'm gonna go with this true 42 here right now. Yes. So I'm gonna go to edit panel, try exposure, but this one is already pretty good. And maybe add some contrast here. Yes. Next up, I'm gonna change the skin tones to be a bit more orange. So, and vibrant. Yes, this looks good. And maybe a bit more red. Yes, this looks great. Now I'm gonna get rid of those yellows a bit. So, taking down saturation of yellows. And I think it already looks so much fun. Next up, I'm gonna do some masking. I think I'm gonna just use the brush here, cover this area and take down the exposure just a little bit so it stays natural. Now I'm gonna add linear gradient layer here and bring up the exposure just tiny bit and add one more here to bring down the exposure. And here I can see that maybe I should add one more dark mask here. So I'm just gonna select this area here, maybe this leg, and bring down the exposure just a little bit. All right, I think this looks already pretty good. I'm just gonna crop it in just a little bit and open it up on Photoshop and see what we can do there. This photo also looks pretty good already, and I feel like these two edits have been the easiest ever, but there are just some tiny details we could do to make them look even better. And first off, I'm gonna start with my dodge tool and just gonna add a tiny bit onto the back and to my model to make them pop and glow just a tiny bit. And we can already see that this photo is quite blurry from the background, so let's make it even extra blurry. And how I usually do that is to select my subject with object selection tool and click on him, select everything that he has on him, this bag, glasses, and maybe if there are some areas that are not selected yet, I'm just gonna use this quick selection tool and make it slightly bigger. Just gonna go over these areas here. I think it's good. Oh, take it. Okay, I think it's good like this, maybe, yeah. Now I'm gonna select inverse, so everything besides him is selected, and do filter, blur, radial blur, and this zoom effect here. The amount could be 6. I think it looks good. Let's see. And now we have this nice motion blur on the background and he is sharp and it looks so much fun. With this photo, I think I'm gonna finish up with some burn tool on some areas that could be slightly darker. And I think it looks already great. So I'm gonna finish this photo here, export it out, and we are done. We have so much fun projects coming up, so I'll make sure to take you with us and show how we create amazing content and campaigns for brands and creators. If you want to go deep and really master photo editing, then make sure to join us onto our next online photo editing course. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun taking on this creative day with us.